It's good, YouTube. Oh, I got the T-top conversion here. Wasn't too hard, I guess. So yeah, I do this. I staggered my cuts so that way they don't rip if you ever get an accident continuous. You don't want a complete butt weld. So you stagger it, a weld here and a weld here, and then afterwards, for extra safety, you wanna. I just took the old one and I cut it and I squeezed it more or less so it was the exact shape. You want to make a sleeve. See, that sleeve will slide in there, and then you'll spot weld that on. Same with there, so that way you can spot weld these together. You know what I'm saying? You got a back here, so you get your staggered cuts and a sleeve. So you got twice the security. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how you do that. So make sure you you know what I'm saying? You just think about that when you do that. As you can see, I started cutting on accident on the wrong line, so I got to weld my line back up. But yep, leave one side higher than the other so you don't have a continuous weld. Otherwise, they could just rip all the way around, you know what I'm saying? This way, they only rip so far, and you still got the bottom, And then you still got the sleeve, too, so that's like I said, and I just used, like I said, the sleeve from the other roof I cut off. I just squeezed it in, the B pillar. These are considered B pillars. Like on a car, you got your A, your B, It just goes A, B, C, just as you go. But this would be your B pillar, And, yep, the B pillar, I just cut off the original that I took off, squeezed it in, welded it up, so that's my sleeve. The only thing I did notice, YouTube, is the difference between the T-top and the hard top is right here. I don't know if you can see that. See that little line there? It's just a little groove in. And on the hard top, it don't have that line. See what I'm saying? That's the only thing different. That little line. And then like up in here, it's different, but that's why I cut down here, so I still had that T-top part. But then I noticed on here it's a little different, so I'll have to somehow make that line right there, which ain't a big deal, but I'll get her, YouTube, watch. But this is only 1.5 days of actual work on this, so it ain't a whole lot to get into this project. Like I said, after I get that all spot welded, this will slide into the new piece. And then for as far as this goes, this I just took off how the factory put it on. It's brazed here with brass on the corner, and I just took a cutting wheel on my cutoff wheel and I cut the brass out like that, like I was grinding. And then these I just drilled out with a small drill bit, and then a medium, and then a big, you know what I mean, until you get them drilled out, and then you just pry it up with a screwdriver, and it'll just peel right back. Then after that, you gotta go on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, YouTube, but there's all them spot welds you gotta drill out, and that'll undo from the brace. I'll show you. As far as the back goes, like I said, it's just brass welded right in here, so you just got to cut that brass out. Same with this side, I got a sleeve in there. It's all ready to go. And I'll show you how it looks factory on here. I don't know if you can see that, but see, I staggered my cuts up here. I just got to make a sleeve to go in there so I can slide that into, you know what I mean, weld here and I'll weld there, and then I'll spot weld my sleeve in. Yep, same on that side. There's the teacher, right, the coach himself. Yep. There's how the factory did it. See, these are the spot welds here that go to the roof. They go onto that. All them holes there. Gonna get spot welded onto here, and then the inside, the back side I showed you, will get spot welded all onto here. So I'm just taking it off and putting it back on, just how the factory did it right there. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's changing up is the B pillar here. And that's the cell panel. See, But yep. And then I'll show you how I got that. See, that's notched there too. Staggered to your cuts. Same right there. And then we'll fill them back in with the spot welds. Because like I said, spot welds are what you want for strength. And butt welds are the weakest welds there are. So you want, your strength, you're going to be your spot welds. But then we'll butt weld this all up, you know what I'm saying? But, yep. I'll have these couple spot welds here for the sleeve. When I slide the sleeve in, I'll spot weld them in. But otherwise, I'll fill this all in with a butt weld. Yep. Same it on that side. You see how that goes? Staggered there. That's factory, just spot welded in. And then, yep. Staggered. So that's how it'll go, YouTube. My floor pan, like I said, I got that all painted up in the chassis saver. That's all brand new floor pan. I still got a weld in the center there. Get to that though. That's all House of Colors KDS 3001 black primer with chassis saver satin black mixed with the S8 reducer. Sprayed that on there, so it's pretty protected. My firewall, I didn't even pay attention. I just went ahead and got in a hurry and sprayed it, and afterwards I noticed I didn't get that perfect. So this summer when I bring it home, unless I get enough time here, I'm gonna block that out and fill that in so it's perfect, but whatever, at least it's sealed and ain't bared now. And there's that cowl panel extender from Gbody parts. Show you how that looks if anybody's interested in it. Yep. And I decided to go with my old school front, not the Euro for now. I know some of y'all probably stuck on that Euro, but I just like that muscle look, I still got the Euro in case I change my mind someday, but right now I'm sticking with the muscle. So that's what I got going on there, YouTube. Yep, so let's see here, what else? Oh, I got my rocker, I showed you all that, got that on. It's all brand new, it's a Good Mark rocker. The OEM ones, same ones Gbody part sells. Next I'll be doing my quarter panel. I'll get that in there for you, get in there. Like I said, I had to hurry up and get this T-top on. I was just been waiting too long for that. So I'll get that in there next week, hopefully. This shouldn't take too much longer, and then I can start on that. That should go real quick. But yep, that's what I got going on, YouTube. Replace that piece. Oh yeah, and then on these OEM quarter panels, I noticed down here on the lip, they don't have a piece that comes down flat. That see how this is flat? See, the quarter should weld right to that. That's why I drilled all these holes so I could spot weld this to the corner. But you see these aftermarket quarters don't have that. These are from Good Mark Industry. I mean, they fit on like a glove, don't get me wrong, but just I noticed on the bottom they don't extend down, they just kind of curve in. They just got a little flow, but they don't flow in and then down, you know what I'm saying? So I might have to weld a piece to come down on that, which ain't a big deal, but I guess that's aftermarket for you. So just to let you know, they fit like a glove, but there is a little mods probably, which is how it usually is with aftermarket parts. But that's what I got going on, YouTube. Next week I should have this top on for you. Got the trunk all done up too. There's my fiberglass headliner that I made for the T-top. Start to it anyways. Not bad for the first time, I guess. Got some sanded down and put a few more coats on. Kind of gave up on that for a little while. But Yep, that's what I got going on YouTube. Said all I got left to do is make the staggered cuts on the front of these two, and it should be ready to stick on and make my sleeves for these two front. Then it's ready to stick on and weld it. Yep. Alright, YouTube.